If you're working out diligently at home, you might be missing out on 43% of the muscle gains you could achieve with the same time investment. World-class sports science researchers conducted an 18-month tracking study, revealing that gym workout groups experienced muscle mass increases 43% faster on average than home training groups. Even more striking, strength development differences reached an astounding 67%. Despite equal effort investment, what causes such dramatic differences? However, gyms don't always hold the advantage. Under specific conditions, research shows home training can actually prove more effective. Progressive overload and equipment's decisive difference. Examining the core principle of muscle growth, progressive overload clearly reveals differences between these environments. Leading international medical research indicates that muscle growth requires weekly increases of 2% to 10%. In exercise intensity or weight, gyms allow precise weight adjustments in 0.5 kilograms increments, enabling exact application of this principle. While typical home training environments struggle with such fine-tuned adjustments, large-scale internationally validated cohort studies provide more specific data. Gym users averaged 23.7 kilograms bench press increases over 12 weeks, while home training groups managed only 8.3 kilograms during the same period. This represents qualitative differences in physiological stimulation, beyond simple equipment variations. More importantly, muscle fiber recruitment patterns differ significantly. Analysis by recognized medical expert groups shows that gym free weights and machine exercises produced 34% higher type 2 muscle fiber activation. Compared to home training, type 2 fibers directly correlate with muscle mass increases, making this difference a primary cause of muscle development speed gaps. Scientific optimization of training volume and intensity. Volume and intensity differences between environments become even clearer. Meta-analysis published by global medical research teams suggests optimal volume for muscle development ranges from 10 to 20 sets per muscle group weekly. Gym environments efficiently achieve this volume, using various angles and equipment, while home training requires significantly more time to secure identical volume. Exercise intensity differences prove more crucial. Research published in prestigious international medical journals indicates muscle growth requires exercising above 65% of 1 RM, yet gym groups averaged 78% intensity, while home training groups reached only 62%. This isn't simply willpower. Clinical trials by world-leading research teams revealed that gym atmosphere and others' presence increase noradrenaline and dopamine secretion by 28% and 19%, respectively, naturally enabling higher intensity exercise. Hormonal secretion pattern. Environmental differences. Exercise environments' impact on hormone secretion exceeds expectations. Leading international medical university research discovered surprising facts. Post-exercise growth hormone secretion in gym groups averaged 37% higher than home training groups. More interestingly, testosterone levels also measured 22% higher in gym groups. These differences stem from multiple factors. First, social environment influence. Exercising with others stimulates competitive psychology, activating the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. Recognized medical research analysis confirms this. Activation creates favorable hormonal environments for muscle growth. Second, audio and lighting effects. Joint research by international sports medicine authorities confirmed that specific gym music, 120 to 140 BPM, and bright lighting suppress cortisol secretion by 18%, while promoting growth hormone release. Muscle protein synthesis rate differences. Post-exercise muscle protein synthesis rates also show considerable differences between environments. Meta-analysis by global medical specialists measured muscle protein synthesis rates during 48 hours post-exercise. Gym groups averaged 1.8% synthesis rates, while home training groups remained at 1.3%. This difference accumulates over time into muscle mass disparities. These differences stem from exercise stimulus quality and intensity. Large-scale clinical research by world-class medical teams confirmed that gym equipment variety engages more muscle fibers and induces deeper muscle damage, ultimately triggering stronger adaptive responses. Eccentric contraction quality shows particularly large differences. Research published in prestigious international medical journals found that gym free weight eccentric contractions increased creatine kinase, a muscle damage marker, 41% more than home training bodyweight exercises. Motivation and exercise adherence science. Environmental impact on exercise. Persistence and motivation is scientifically proven. Internationally validated large-scale cohort studies examined 12-month exercise adherence rates. Gym user continuation rates reached 73% while home training achieved only 42%. More importantly, exercise intensity and frequency maintenance differed significantly. Gym groups maintained 95% of initial intensity over time, while home training groups declined to 71% of initial intensity after 6 months. This relates to social psychological factors. Leading international medical university research shows others' presence creates social facilitation effects, improving individual performance by an average of 23%. Additionally, feedback from professional trainers or other members stimulates dopamine release, reinforcing positive exercise associations. Home training's reversal situations. However, gyms don't maintain advantages under all conditions. Analysis by recognized medical expert groups indicates home training can prove more effective under specific conditions. First, when exercise frequency is very high. For 5+ weekly sessions, home training convenience translates to consistency, potentially exceeding gym total volume. Second, specific age group differences. Clinical trials by world-leading research teams confirmed that effectiveness differences between home training and gyms significantly decrease after age 50. This occurs because recovery ability decline with aging relatively reduces high-intensity exercise benefits. Third, experienced advanced trainees. Global medical research team meta-analysis discovered that individuals with 5+ years exercise experience show reduced environmental effectiveness differences, averaging only 15%. Stress factors and cortisol's dual effects. Exercise environment's impact on stress hormones proves complex. Research published in prestigious international medical journals indicates gym environments induce appropriate stress levels, short-term, improving exercise performance. However, for individuals with high social anxiety, gyms may excessively increase cortisol levels, hindering muscle growth. Joint research by International Sports Medicine authorities presented optimal exercise environments by personality type. Extroverted personalities showed 31% higher exercise effectiveness in gyms, while introverted personalities actually demonstrated 18% better results with home training. Economic efficiency and long-term sustainability. Economic analysis reveals interesting results. Leading international medical university research analyzed 5-year total cost versus muscle mass increases. Gyms require higher initial costs but faster muscle development rates result in relatively lower per unit muscle mass costs. Home training features lower initial costs, but slower development rates, ultimately reaching similar long-term levels. However, home training shows sustainability advantages. Recognized medical research analysis found 69% of home training practitioners continued exercise for 10+ years, while high gym dependence reduced this rate to 52%. Equipment accessibility and exercise variety. Gym advantages in exercise variety are clear. Global medical specialist meta-analysis presented minimum exercise types needed for muscle development. Each muscle group requires at least 3 different angles and methods, easily achievable in gyms, but highly constrained in home training. Differences prove extreme for specific muscle groups. Large-scale clinical research by world-class medical teams showed gym groups achieved 58% faster growth in back muscles like latissimus, dorsi and trapezius compared to home training groups. This stems from equipment differences, enabling proper pull-up or rowing movements. Injury risk and safety. Both environments present safety advantages and disadvantages. Internationally validated large-scale cohort studies examined exercise-related injury rates. Gym injury rates reached 2.7 per 1,000 hours, while home training achieved 1.9 incidents. However, injury severity was higher in gyms. Due to heavier weights and complex equipment usage, injury type differences prove interesting. Research published in prestigious international medical journals found gyms produced more acute injuries, while home training generated more chronic injuries from improper form. Consider your lifestyle and temperament to choose the most sustainable method, but if possible, try hybrid strategies utilizing both environments' advantages. If this video helped you, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more exercise science insights.